Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Artsy Sarah and thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm going to be trying something new and I'm going to be drawing on black paper with these gel pens. I have heard a lot of great things about these pens and I have been wanting to try it out for so long. To get started, I'm going to be drawing circles on my page, and I've drawn about maybe 3 big circles and then the rest are going to be small, and I have spaced them out generously because once we are done with these mandalas, we are then going to fill in this space with a bunch of leaves and just overall some henna designs, if you will. And once the circles are done, we can then move on to the pens. And the one thing that I really love the most about these pens is their design. It's just really comfortable to hold in the hand, and also the fact that they have embellishments on the tips of the pens. And by the way, this video is not sponsored. I bought these pens with my own money. So let's get started. So as always, I'm going to draw some guidelines in the first circle, and you don't have to do this if you're comfortable drawing your circles freehanded. You can definitely skip this part, but I drew it just for guidance purposes, and I'm just going to be drawing some flower designs in the center and then working my way out into making the mandala bigger. I do want to say that this tutorial is not going to be a complete tutorial. I will definitely show you guys some mandala designs just to help you get started, and then the rest is going to be time-lapse for the most part. And the reason why is because I did do a whole page of this mandala design and it was quite long. It was a very long process. It took me all day to complete, and I have never done it before, so if I had made a long version of this in a video, it would be very, very long and you guys would probably get bored of watching it. So I had to sum up these mandala designs for you guys, and hopefully it will just inspire you all and help you get started if you do decide to try it, which I do recommend. And I apologize if it's not a complete tutorial, but hopefully this video will help you guys get started. So for the most part, I am just going to be drawing some petal designs, and I'm not really worried so much about shading in. You can shade in some parts if you really want some of those colors to stand out. For me, since I was just getting started, I was just kind of playing around with things, and if I felt that I should shade in something, I did. Now again, if you really just want to draw for the sake of fun, you can definitely do so, but I highly recommend trying to put certain colors together because they will really blend in well together and it will overall make your design look very neat. And I recommend working with colors that just overall complement each other. So for example, here I'm using a neon green just to start out with, and then afterwards in my next design I'm going to be using a teal green color, and as you can see, it kind of blends in effortlessly. And then I'm going to be working my ways into darker colors such as blues and then purples, and then just to kind of brighten everything, I'll probably use pink. Going back to the design though, I have went ahead and drawn some round tip petals with a border inside, and inside that border I will then draw a swirl. Once that is done, I will then connect the petals with a border, and when that is finished, I will then go ahead and draw some wide flat tip petals. And a tip of mine is to go over the lines a second time just so that the lines aren't so thin. That way, not only does the design itself stand out a bit more, but the color does as well. Inside the flat tip petals, I will then draw a hump, and on top of that hump we will draw petals that go along the curve of the whole petal inside. When that is finished, to make this part of the mandala stand out a bit more, I will then color in the hump itself, and later on when everything is finished, I will then go over with a white ink pen and add a dot to the center. Afterwards, I'm going to close the gap in with a darker pink color pen with just a simple triangle, and then over that with the same color I'm going to go over and outline everything. And like I said before, using a white pen, I'm going to go into the center of that hump we drew earlier, and I'm just going to draw a circle. And when that is finished and completed, we are then going to use our brightest pink color, which is very neon, and I'm going to do another outline over the whole mandala. Now we are then going to start drawing some pointy tip petals, and they're going to get bigger. And using the neon green ink, I am going to just use the guidelines that we had drew before and just kind of go in a circle and just try to make them. Once all the petals are drawn, I'm then going to do a border inside. This is very simple and easy to do. And then using a bright neon orange color, I'm going to draw some swirls that basically connect from each other. So if you draw a swirl going in the right direction, simply just draw another swirl going in the other direction, and that's how I learned how to do that part. When that is finished, I'm going to draw a little hump in the middle, except I'm going to be drawing it around the petal, not really connected to it, as you guys can see. Going back to this petal though, we're then going to use a yellow, which I completely forgot about, and I'm going to add a line inside the petal just to kind of make it stand out a bit more. Using my darker green color, or it's more teal should I say, I'm going to outline this green because I thought it just seemed a little bit too bare, so that just kind of added some more contrast to it. And from here, guys, I'm going to start time-lapsing the rest of the designs for you guys. I do apologize if you were looking forward to watching it, but unfortunately this video would have been too long to do it. But as I said before, hopefully this will give you guys a head start, or at least some ideas as to how you can create a full page of designs and still have it look beautiful. It's okay if it doesn't turn out right. I made so many mistakes, guys. You probably don't see it because of the time lapse, but I made so many mistakes because I had no idea how to make it look all formal so. Don't stress over it. Have fun. Go with what feels natural to you all and just have a good time. So I will see you guys in a bit. Alright, so once you have a full page of designs, you can then work on the fillers, and you can draw leaves. As you guys can see in this design, you can draw some of those with different colors inside of it, and you can add white dots around it just to kind of make it stand out more. And here I am just going to start filling in some of those spaces I couldn't get with leaves, and I'm going to use different colors for those spaces. So for the space before, I used orange. For this space, I'm going to use yellow, and then I'm just going to look at the color that stands out the most in that area, and then I'm going to use the opposite color and just kind of fill in from there. I do have to remind you guys that the thicker your lines are, the more it will stand out. So for example, when you look at some of the leaves that I drew as fillers, I had to go over the lines with a second layer just so that it would stand out. And for the details inside, I didn't really worry so much about it. I was just more focused on the color. And you'll notice that for some of the leaves, I have done a gradient effect where I have done colors that really go well with each other, and then I will sort of blend them in. And here you can see a good example of those 3 leaves at the top, and you can even do an outline of those leaves afterwards if you want to, and then you can just use a different color that would stand out more. And when that's done, we're finished. What do you guys think? I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had so much fun doing it, and I really hope you guys give it a try. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. Rate and subscribe for more if you enjoyed this video. I upload every Friday, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!